Take that fashion discussion further now. Fehmida Jordaan is the person behind the well-known brand Fems. While many of us are aware of a social media profile, today we share a little more about the personality really behind this particular brand. She's an online content creator, she's a wife, she's a mother, she's a full-time employee, she's got a new job, she was telling me now, and also most importantly, she's also an entrepreneur. She is a plus-size person, and she's regularly on the lookout for comfortable, modest clothing to wear and also to share with her Instagram followers. Today, she joins us now to discuss modest fashion in Islam, as well as perhaps the significance of food in South Africa's culture. There's so much food. I can't wait to lay my hands on those. Good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Excited to have you back in studio, because the last time we had you on the show here, we were talking about your halal food market.
Yes.
Yeah, so you were telling me that the next session is on the 2nd of November.
2nd and 3rd of November, we're coming up with the next one. So yeah, the stress is all there to start getting prepped up for the next one. But we're very excited. We're super excited. It's going to be our last edition for the year.
Yeah. We'll get back to food.
Yes.
Let's just talk about what I said on my introduction, really your interaction with your followers on Instagram. You're a very vibrant online content creative, I can say. It's a compliment. But what inspires you really so much to create such content on Insta?
Sure, you know, normally I even struggle with the word like just content creation, because what I generally say that I do is I just share. I share whatever I do, whatever I like, whatever I can, and it's very difficult for me to make like really curated posts. Some people are really good at. I'm just good at saying, guys, this is what I did today. This is how I love it, and this is what I, this is what I ate.
Personal experiences.
This is what I loved. And that sort of grew. Like people liked enjoying, and I still do it now. Even now, if I work with brands and stuff like that, I'm only going to share it if I love it, and if I love it, I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk all about it. I'm going to talk all about it. I think what I really love about something like Instagram is I can go into my stories and I can literally live go, guys, look at this. And everybody says my word is guys. I always say guys, but I just mean like everyone, look at how amazing this is, And
I think it's always nice to find people who can identify with whatever you share on Insta, isn't it?
And I'm so grateful actually, because the people who follow me, they're amazing because they engage back with me. So when I put something out there, they talk to me about it. And I think that's more amazing than anything else. Or if I put something out there and I just go, this is cool, they'll go out and they'll go try it out. And then they'll send me, even if they don't post it, even if they don't tag me, they'll send me a message going, I tried that out, I loved it. And I'm going, well, then I'm doing my job. Well, not my job, but I'm doing this right.
Indeed. You also have a huge following with a unique perspective on Islamic fashion.
Yes.
Where does that come from?
I used to share a lot of food on my profile, but as I grew bigger and smaller, I mean, when you're Muslim, dressing is part of that part of encompassing who you are as a Muslim. So when I started dressing sort of, maybe it's a bad thing, maybe it's a good thing, dressing less in abayas and feeling like I needed more color in my life to just look, my personality is out there, so I feel like my color needed to be there.
You need to compliment it.
I actually struggled a bit to find clothing that fitted me, that could fit within the modest way. In fact, you're wearing an amazing modest way outfit right now. So I'm going to take your outfit later. But the thing I struggled with was actually finding nice modest way. And I realized that when I just started putting up like little outfit of the days on my Insta stories, and the responses I used to get goes, where did you get that pants? Where did you get? And I went, whoa. So people are feeling the same struggle as mine. And then it became a thing of like, if I find something that's really nice, modest way, I mean, even this, I literally can pull down a sleeve, make it a bit longer, those sort of things. Then I can say, I found this here, you can get it too. And
how are South Africans really responding to this perspective on modest fashion?
Look, I think actually there's a big market out there that we don't understand is actually there. I mean, not everybody wants to wear something that's always sleeveless and all of that. We all have, stuffs we want to cover, like our bye-bye arms and things. So I think that in a weird way, modest wear falls into that very comfortably. So I think that people enjoy it, and it doesn't matter. Even though I have a large Muslim following, there's a bigger following out there that just love. I mean, this clothing here is not made by a Muslim person. It's made by a local South African brand. And I found it, and I mean, I try and shop. I try and shop as much as I can find nice that is modest wear, or that can be adjusted to modest wear. So it's like longer sleeves.
But most importantly, something that complements your body, isn't it?
Yes.
As a plus sized.
Because we feel like we look like tents in some clothes, that when they make big clothes, they tend to make them very tent-like, which is a really horrible word.
They don't really get to show.
It makes us feel worse, you know. We don't feel pretty. But this year, it enhances the right bits, and it makes you look cute, and it works with my little style. So I love it.
So you are, I said on my introduction, you are doing a whole lot of things. You're an entrepreneur, you're a mother, you are a wife. Let's just focus a bit on your journey as an entrepreneur.
Yes.
What are some of the challenges that you come across and that you came across previously?
I think that the journey of an entrepreneur is actually probably one of the hardest things you can do. It sounds very cool.
It does,
to be an entrepreneur. But to actually be one is to be on 24/7, because your business is yours. It's your own thing, and you literally eat, sleep that thing the whole day. Some of the biggest challenges that I found in different areas is, one, obviously being a female entrepreneur, a female-owned business, you sort of get a little bit more apprehension from some areas. When you want to pitch your products, people look at you like, oh, this is this girl who's starting this business, what does she know about business? But I think I've grown a lot in working within different sectors to be able to know enough. But I think we always hit that little small barrier that goes, she's a woman, what does she know as much as somebody? So I think when you're negotiating deals and stuff, they always think they can negotiate with you harder because you're a woman, so they can bring your prices down, those sort of things. But
you're able to stand your ground, isn't it?
You have to.
You have to.
I have a supportive husband too, and he's like, do not back down.
Don't.
Work it out properly. Do everything. And I think when you're an entrepreneur, the hardest thing to tell anybody is that you're going to fail at some things, and it's okay, because there's lessons in that failure. But don't stop. Don't let that break you down. Just keep going. If you've got a good idea and you're passionate about it, do it. If it fills that market, it fills that little niche, and keep innovating. Don't have a little idea and then go, that's where I'm stopping. Just keep growing. Say, how can I grow this brand
Look
further?
for new opportunities throughout.
Absolutely.
As well.
And don't say no when opportunities come.
Never
if
say
somebody
no.
comes to you and you're like, your capacity is 1,000 and they want 10,000, just say yes.
Make
You'll
a
figure
plan.
it out.
Make a plan.
Properly.
So food.
Yes.
I know that's something very close to your heart,
Yes,
isn't it?
absolutely.
So that's why you brought some. Just take us through. Oh my word! As I said earlier, I just can't wait to have a taste of what you've brought here. What is it?
Okay, so this on my actual profile, we call this DGC, which is called Damn Good Chaat.
Okay, DGC.
So chaat is actually an Indian street food. So if you go streets of India, they sell this sort of thing in different forms. You get different ways. This is one in particular that in South Africa we really enjoy. So we have like almost a jeera puri thing at the bottom, it's almost like a fried roti that has a spice in it, and then we put like a chickpea potato mixture on top of it. We put a bit of a yogurt mixture on top of it. We put some amli and some little chaat masala. I can't explain what chaat tastes like. You just got to taste
it. I am most definitely going to taste it.
And I think, but the thing is that I loved food so much that, in fact, my two businesses that spun off from that are both food related. Like Halal Goods Market is food related. It's the things I love to do.
Yeah.
It's
and I suppose it's much more easier to do something that you're passionate about.
Yes.
So it becomes a bit more easier.
Absolutely.
To become business
and, I mean, you know your sector. You know what you love. I'm not out here selling IT computer chips. I don't know anything about those things. I know food. I'll sell you food.
And it's easier. All right, so let's just talk about some of the dishes that you create. As you said that you've got businesses focusing on food. What else do you provide? I see we're running a whole lot of slides here. What do you offer?
What I do is that I actually just like to share easy recipes. Things that are easy to do or that I can reuse. Like one of those ones that had the sandwich with the potato and it was a potato dish that I'd made the day before. We call it aloo fry, which just is basically potato fry. It's a spicy potato. And the next day I was like, okay, I need a sandwich with this thing.
Okay.
Put some French bologna in there, put some cheese in there, use your leftovers. So what can we do that's further? Oh, this thing here came up from, I love this thing called millefiuele. I don't know how you say millefiuele. And somebody loved playing with katafi pastry. And I thought, well, let me try it with something like katafi pastry. All I do is try things. And if it's easy to do, done. I share it. This is Sloppy Joe's baked potato. We love it. So I think the thing with my blogs, I try not to do complicated recipes. I try to keep things simple. As a mum and as a, all of those things you told me, entrepreneur, employee, I don't have much time.
We don't. We all don't.
I want to cook
just want something
that's wholesome,
quick, healthy,
delicious,
but delicious at the same
I
time.
don't know if all my stuff's healthy, but I'm going to try.
But then we know that, of course, Muslims have to adhere to strictly halal food.
Yes.
Is that a challenge for you? And how does that particular element influence your cooking style?
Look, I think that the thing with halal is that if you're aware of it, it's easier for you to buy, because you can actually get halal food in a lot more places than we realize. So yes, we've got our local butchers that we can shop from, but Woolies has a massive range of halal products. So if you need halal chicken, let's say, Woolies sells it, or you can go to your local butcher, but as long as it's in Islam. I mean, everybody thinks only Fordsburg has it, but all around the northern suburbs or other suburbs, you find them all. Sort of in almost every area, you'll find a butcher or a grocer or something. I think it's just, if it's a packaged product, look on the label. If it says halal, we're good, you know. We don't generally have anything like ham or pork in our homes, or alcohol or stuff like that. So that's easier. I think when you go out to restaurants, you've got to be a bit more careful. Some people do halal only, so they'll only go to restaurants that don't have that on the premises, and some people do halal friendly. I'm more the halal only guy. I don't always, I'll very rarely go to a halal friendly restaurant, but I think it's just about knowing how do they preparing their stuff in their kitchen. And some people are very transparent. Some restaurants are super transparent. They don't have any on the premises or something like that.
All right, so where to from here in terms of Fems, the business person, the business lady?
Well, I'm busy. I'm actually busy in transition right now. I'm busy changing my jobs over so that I can spend more time on my businesses. So one of the things I want to do is, I mean, my brand Fems Mocktails came out of us. It actually came out of a tough time because we were broke at the time, and it came out of necessity. That was like a survivalist entrepreneur thing, and it's grown now, and I'm so glad for it. Alhamdulillah, that we've now started expanding the brand a bit more and diversifying into other sort of products. So where I want to go now is I want to continue to grow my two businesses a lot more. I want to diversify our product range a little bit more.
This is where you started, isn't it? With mocktails.
That's where I started. Mocktails was literally the start of my business.
The start of your business.
These mocktails here, they're the first. I mean, okay, these are not the first labels that we have on. We've changed our labeling and changed our branding. It's been a massive learning curve. It's been amazing. And we just recently launched lollipops.
I see.
We've got
lollipops,
and we've got little bonbons coming.
So you're catering for the little
sweet
ones as well.
Yes,
I see.
yes. We're trying to capture that market, you know. We have to try and think about how we can extend things, you know.
True.
So we've got this little thing coming, these little bonbons, which are the same as the lollipops. Absolutely delicious.
Oh, my word.
We'll bring you some next time.
Oh, please do. You know, you and I can talk the whole day.
Yes.
Yeah, but we have to leave it at this for today.
Okay.
Thank you so
I'm taking you
much.
to the change room to get your clothes.
Thank you so much for coming through. I'll see you on Insta.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, there you have it. Fehmida Jordaan is the lady behind the well-known brand Fems, talking to us about her experiences really as an entrepreneur, the challenges that she's had to go through, and how she conquered the challenges.